The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. Ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. You're better than that.
Good morning. Holy shit, welcome back one and all. To the greatest YouTuber of all time, obviously, of course. You all knew that. Let me move my fucking keys out of the way. Did you enjoy the tunes? I see there's no questions in the fucking chat. That's fine. There's two fucking viewers in here. How y'all do? Let me just get rid of this. There's just some fucking anime chick on the thumbnail, you know, to draw in the epic gamers. Anyway, good morning, you cunts. Welcome. Welcome back to the channel. How y'all doing? Have I said that enough already? Huh? Have I said how you doing enough times? Just sitting here on a fucking Saturday. Fucking, you know, just chilling. Finally doing this on a Saturday. I usually fucking do these on, well, I have been typically doing them on Fridays because I've been busy all the weekends, but now, you know, getting my day back, getting my fucking regular day back to me here finally. It's been a fucking hectic last, I don't know, I don't know. It's just been fucking hectic. The whole fucking everything. Let me just. There you go. In the words of some guy on YouTube, namely me, I live my life one sugar-free rebel at a time. You know this. We are into the 22nd. Wow, somebody's messaging to my group. We're in the 22nd episode of this fucking thing. Huh? Yes, please, Red Bull sponsor. Please sponsor me. 22nd episode, man. I started out doing this podcast. Well, it wasn't really this podcast. It was like, I don't know. It was kind of bullshit, to be honest, when I started out doing shit like this. Thanks, Blake. That was pretty hot. I started out just like sitting in a room. I started out my listening career to podcasts several years ago when I first started this channel. When I first started this channel, I was listening to Bill Burr a lot on his podcast, and he hold up a second. Let me change some angles here so you can see my body. I was listening to Bill Burr a lot, and he fucking he just sits there in a room by himself and just does the thing. There's no video, there's no visual aids, there's no even audio aids. Audio aids sounds like a good punk band to me. Tried to get my hair correct this morning. It's a little less wild than it usually is, so that's good. Welcome, guys. Welcome, Lil Gingy from the fucking group chat. Blake Helmkin. One of the members of my World of Warcraft guild. Yes, I'm in a World of Warcraft guild. I see Gingy has asked me a question. Gingy, do you support Trump? Let me just let the shirt speak for you here. Make Halloween great again. Huh? Make people not offended at Halloween costumes again. How about that? Huh? We're going to have a great time. It's going to be a great Halloween. No better Halloween. It's going to be a great one. I'm trying to work on the actual Trump accent. It's a pretty tough one, man. Because there's a bunch of you learn when you actually like look at the guy. There's a lot of different Trumps. There's like the 80s Trump, and he's like all mumbly, and then there's the new Trump who's like an old man yelling basically. Gingy says, me and the boys are gonna murder 28 little children, so that's cool. Okay. Chat getting fucking off the hook right off the goddamn bat, people. How's my mic sound here? Huh? How's my mic sound? I got a Russian friend. He's a sound engineer. And I've got a check 1 2. A check 1 2. Oh. Oh. That was bad. No one has the best Halloween. Nobody has the best Halloween than me. It's going to be a great Halloween. Nobody has a better Halloween. I mean, other people in other countries, they have their Halloween too, but trying to work on that. It needs some work. He said, Halloween, it's going to be great. It's going to be terrific. It's going to be absolutely tremendous. Americans have the greatest Halloween ever. Okay. Do I support... It has the best sound. Do I support Trump? I don't know. You know what? I can't really say too much. I mean, I'm just like... I think he's funny. That's it. Okay? You can't apologize for that, right? No matter what, you know... No matter what fucking, what is it? Your orientation, your political fucking views. The guy's funny. Okay? You can't deny that. So there's that. Never ending source of comedy. Like they thought Bush was funny. You know? Y'all motherfuckers thought Bush was funny. This guy's a literal stand-up comedian. We have an actual like stand-up comedian in the White House, dude. Pretty fucking awesome if you ask me. Now some of the shit he's doing, a little nuts. Yeah, sure. Sure, he's a fucking old man. Probably on who knows what kind of fucking drugs, you know? Who knows what he's on? He's probably been on uppers for the past 40 years, man. That's just part of his blood. You know? He can't fucking knock on him too bad, you know? Sometimes he doesn't know how to speak words. Right? Trump is funny like a crashed meat truck is funny. I don't understand. Trump is funny like a crashed meat truck is funny. So funny. Have you ever seen a crashed meat truck? I mean, a meat truck. We got a meat truck going down the road. I mean, it's crashes into a building. Crashes into many buildings. All the buildings which I own, by the way. Nobody's business who you support. I know you support Red Bull. We support Red Bull. It gives you falcon wings, brother. Welcome back, everybody. 4 concurrent viewers. I'm basically just sitting here rambling at this point. Just a few minutes in. I don't know. This shirt is awesome, so I keep wearing it, okay? What do we got going on? I wanted to like actually talk about things instead of just fucking sitting here staring at my phone. If you guys have questions, there's 4 of you. If you guys have questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat. Anything you want. I don't give a fuck what it is. Okay. Oh, I was talking about how this podcast started. That's the initial thing I was talking about. Check that shit out. Huh? Look what I can do. Huh? Started out with me just with this microphone a few years ago, just sitting in a room, not knowing how to, get audio in the right spot. So my first few little just audio podcasts were very quiet. I think, what is it, the third or fourth one was the Comic-Con one, and I think that was the last one I did for, it must have been a couple of years. Gingy said, I drank 43.2 Red Bulls and I jumped off a building and now I'm confined to a wheelchair for the rest of my sad life. Well, at least you can spit bars from a fucking wheelchair, little Gingy. You know what I mean? You can tell somebody to go fuck themselves even more in a wheelchair. When you're in a wheelchair, you can run over some little kids that you don't like, bro. You can run them down. Nobody will say anything. It's like, oh, poor guy. Didn't know where he was going. But really, you got hate in your heart, man. I've seen some guys in fucking wheelchairs, man. People in wheelchairs. There's a lot of them that are just, they have the anger inside of them. Like, I mean, wouldn't you be? Like, if your legs didn't work, you know? If you're a fucking paraplegic. If you were a guy that, like, was in the fucking war and your legs got blown off or some shit. Oops, my wheelchair malfunction. You know? Over a little kid's skull. Holy fuck. Yeah, some kid like throws a fucking, some kid tosses a wet fucking, what is it? Some kid tosses his wet lollipop at you, and you just go berserk, brother. Like, you can't really catch him, but you know what? Maybe you can walk a little bit. Maybe you got a cane with a hook on the end of it. You fucking rip that kid's legs out from under him, and you just go fucking, you go steamroll style right over that motherfucker. You hear the fucking bones crunching. Some of those wheelchairs are fucking heavy, bro. Those electric ones, holy shit, bro. Those electric ones are heavy, straight heavy. And then not to mention the cunt sitting in the chair. So anyway, went off on a tangent there. That's good. So I wanted to, basically, to start this fucking thing out, I wanted to get a bit more in touch with my audience, you might say. Wanted to interact with y'all. I like doing live chats with people. So basically, I just started live streaming from my laptop. And just, you know, the basic live stream with my lapel mic. Just to do a live stream, just to say hi to everybody and, you know, blah, 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 blah. This episode is aptly named. Yes. So I was like, well, you know, I kind of like doing this. I like fucking talking to my fans or like my friends or whatever that come into the live stream, say hi to me, you know, live. It's pretty fun. It's fun to talk some shit to people in my basement. You know, when you're an epic gamer like me, you tend to not you tend to want to have you tend to want to have interaction with people, but you don't really. You want to talk to people, but you want to be able to just like hit a button and be gone. So yeah, you know, it's nice. It's nice. So I started adding microphones. I added my my audio box, the interface. And I was like, well, you know what? I have this old, not really old, I have this fucking mixer over here sitting in a box. Hadn't been used for a while. I was using it for music. And I decided to plug that in. Well, it seems to be working out pretty well. And I can plug in, you know, I can plug in up to 4 people on this thing. 2 XLR mics. Very boring to talk about. Very boring subject. But you know, just shit started, you know, going up. Started doing it more. Started doing it weekly. And now up to 22 fucking episodes of this fucking bullshit. This guy sitting in a basement, basically, fucking, I don't know, telling dick and shit jokes. Doing Alex Jones impressions. The government has actually put the Area 51 meme out there to distract us from fucking people fucking goats in China. Oh, okay. Wheelchairs. Okay. We're running with a delay here, so yeah. Anyway, welcome some of the people that have, come in. Hello. Make sure to ask me a question if you have it. You don't have delay because you don't have like satellite internet or whatever it is that my mom above you has there. No delay. There's no delay that you're working with. What was some other shit I was going to talk about? So last night, well, actually most of yesterday, I worked on one computer all day long. And it's the same model as the one that I'm using to do this stream. I bought 3 of them a while ago for $60. These old fucking these old Dell workstations. So this one I built up and made it my gaming PC. They're old PCs. Got them for cheap. Built this one up for cheap. Put the best hardware in it for, back in, 2009 or whatever. So I had another one laying around, and I was like, you know what? I'm losing frames and I'm trying to stream. So yesterday I built a streaming PC to run the stream. To run not this stream, because this isn't really a taxing stream on my system. But when I'm doing gaming stuff and I want to fucking have all the frames, you gotta have all the frames you can get when you fucking take all the frames you can get when you're fucking playing a game. So I figured out how to do the two PC stream, and it worked out really well last night. I did got on Twitch, and little Gingy came in and said hello for a while. I was playing War Thunder, then moved on to World of Warcraft. My system completely fucking had a meltdown when I hit World of Warcraft a few minutes in, because it was like, hey, what you doing? What the fuck are you doing? And it's like, it was at like ultra or like very high graphics, so it was just like, okay, what are you doing there, buddy? What are you doing? So I started it over, turned my graphics settings down, and it was fine. It was real smooth. So yeah, I'm going to be doing more Twitch streaming and also more game streaming on here at some point. I just need to figure out a time of day or time of night that works best. I like doing it, and I want to try different platforms. There's Mixer and maybe even Facebook. I don't know. It seems like people are having success on Facebook. What? Hold on a second here. I gotta... The big chewable one. Okay. I'm giving my girlfriend instructions on the dog. So that's cool. I got my fucking dual PC stream set up going here. Gonna get a fucking gonna get probably a third monitor now. I'm just gonna be surrounded by monitors. They're gonna be all around me. So that's that. So War Thunder, I was losing frames, and now I'm good. Now I'm fucking smooth as fuck playing that game. And you got to be exact, especially with with shooter games. You got to be able to aim. And if you're running on 20 frames per second, can't really aim at shit. So the title of this thing, One Sick Puppy, it's not just about me. which most of you are like, yeah, well, it was about him. No, fuck off. It's actually about my dog. So I didn't make a dedicated video this week. Barely made a fucking video last week. It could barely be classified as a video because it was a clip from one of my streams. Starting with monitors like the Matrix, yo. Yeah, I made a clip from one of my old podcasts because I felt like I needed it to go out, and it did relatively well for a clip, But that was because my dog was already starting to get fucking issues. She's a puppy. I mean, she's pretty young, and she's basically for most of the week, most of the beginning of the week, she was just fucking diarrheaing, fucking just projectile diarrhea, for a few days straight or a couple days straight. And I'm like, all right, it's probably time to take her to the vet. So I took her to the vet the other day, and we're like, okay, so based on the symptoms, she was throwing up before. Now she got that fucking liquid. She got that fucking yellow curry coming out. We need to, do something. It sounds like either it's Giardia or what was the other thing? Pancreatitis. Did some tests, tested for that, and it turns out that she has a blood infection. At least, from the test we were able to do with our insurance. Yes, our dog has fucking insurance. She has 2 fucking insurance policies, and I have 0. That's what we do for our dogs, I guess. Fucking dogs, man. If we were to do X-rays to see if there was a blockage, it was going to cost like $335 fucking dollars or some shit. So, that was that. That was needless to say, that was kind of a no on that. So we did the tests, blood poisoning or blood infection, which is essentially a cold. Kind of weird, huh? I guess there's a fucking dog cold going around. So that's a thing. So giving these pills to get her to stop getting fucking diarrhea, that stopped almost immediately. Gave her antibiotics. She's been on antibiotics, and now we wait. Basically, she hasn't taken a shit since, what was it, yesterday morning or something. She's or I don't fucking remember. She hasn't even tried to take a shit. So I'm guessing there's going to be an epic shit coming. Epic shit is coming. So if there's not an epic shit, we got to go fucking back in there and do more shit, do more tests. I don't know if you got to do like X-Lax or some shit for a dog. I don't know. So that's the deal with the sick puppy. But she's in good she's in good spirits. Look at me talking about my fucking dog like it's a kid, Back in the day, bro. Back in the day, these fucking people with the dogs were not family like they are now. Even not very long ago. When I was a kid, growing up in the woods, dude, like, I mean, our dogs were our friends. Our dogs were our buddies, You could say they're part of the family and stuff, but if there was a real big medical bill that had to happen, like, say the dog breaks a leg or gets really sick, we don't have the coin to be throwing around at the vet, you know? So you can only imagine how that turns out for the thing, you know? I mean, I'm sure at some point back in the old days, you got a dog that gets sick. I mean, dog's gonna end up on the goddamn menu, bro. You know what I mean? So, dogs have it pretty well in today's Western society. Dogs have it pretty fucking well. So, she's in good hands. Mine. I've been basically the dog caregiver while the lady's at work. And me trying to figure out my fucking life here. Yeah. So that's that. So she's in good spirits. She's fucking running around, playing, got plenty of energy. She's hungry as fuck. She's just like gobbling up any little bit of food that I give her, which is great. It's absolutely great. I don't know. Do Scottish people say absolutely? Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? Is that how you do it? I don't fucking know. I know there's probably some one of you Scottish cunts are in here somewhere, right? I mean, there's 4 of you. There doesn't really leave much. Any hoozle. So yeah, thanks for tuning in to my fucking thing. I had a few things I wanted to go over before I go to questions. There's a couple of questions, basically. There's only a couple. Unless you have some in the chat that you want to put in. There's 4 of you. I think you could think of something. Okay? It just gives me content, basically, when people ask questions. And I like answering questions because I'm a pretty smart guy. And you guys are, my minions. And I have to educate you. Okay? Rachel Welke slides into the chat, and she mocks my saying, any hoozle. Any hoozle. Yep. Rachel Welke has officially found me on Instagram. She followed yesterday. So, went and talked some shit to Rachel Welke on her page, on her Instagram, and came to find out that she's a married lady, married to a solid-looking young man, and very late congratulations to you, Rachel Welke, and your man, your errand boy, basically, right? Isn't that how that works? When you're with a lady, don't matter if you're fucking, don't matter if you're married or not, bro. It ain't all fun and games, bro. It ain't all booty and roses. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to take out that trash, and you don't feel like it. Sometimes you got to fucking you got to do all the dishes, even though they're not yours. You got to fucking you got to run down to the. You got to swallow your pride and run down to the fucking Rite Aid, grab some Tamps. That's what you young guys, young guys don't understand, a lot of the time. If you swallow your pride, go down to the store, get some, you get what is it? You get them Oreos, fucking Pepsi Cola, tampons, all in one run. If there's a female cash register lady, she knows what you're doing. She knows what's going on. I pulled up to a fucking, what was it, a fucking Walgreens or whatever the fuck it was. Got all that shit, you know. Got the goddamn Junior Mints, Tamps, you know, whatever else it was, a fucking cranberry juice or whatever the fuck you need on your red zone, your monthly red zone. I pulled up to the goddamn register, and this lady was like, "You're a good man. I see you." Basically, I see you. Solid. And I was like, "That's right, bitch. Now fucking scan my order so I can get home. You cunt." All right. So I wanted to talk about a few things. Don't muck about, mate. What the fuck are you doing? Talking to someone and realizing, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah. There you go. I just start reading things. It's kind of funny. Just a few things. Just a few things. I'm going to say that 1,000 times, and then no one's going to fucking watch my shit. So, you know how there's that saying, keep Portland weird, man. You know, you meet some interesting folks, especially in this area. I mean, there's weirdos all over the goddamn country, but you know, sometimes most of the time you walk into a fucking supermarket or whatever. I like to nod at people, smile at people, because I'm a friendly guy. I'm a nice guy, okay? You guys know that. I'm a friendly dude. Just as I say cunt all the time. Most people are cool. Like or the lady at the register or whoever it is, the people at the Girl Scout stand, guy making your morning coffee or whatever. The strangely male-looking person trying to sell you a shirt in the mall, you know? Like I had this guy, well, I don't want to be too insensitive, but there was, I was in fucking Spencer's or something in the mall. I was in the mall at some store, and, this big lady walked up to me. And, I mean, obviously a trans woman, you know? Big fucking thick, broad shoulders, just like a beefy used to be lady, or used to be guy. And, like, it's like, they were like, hey, can I help you? And I was like, yeah, I'm good, just looking, you know? And it's like, it's just still standing there, like, with the fucking pigtails going out. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. Good, man, thanks, you know? And they're just standing there, like, looking at me like, okay, now you're making it weird. Okay? Now you're making it weird. Okay? Not going off a little bit there, but, you know, most people are cool, right? But sometimes you talk to somebody and you talk to them for a little bit, you know, say hi, have a little small talk or whatever. And things just seem to be going a little weird in the conversation. You know, the conversation takes an interesting turn, even with a complete stranger. Like the people that start to tell you their whole life story when you're talking to them and you just met them 2.5 seconds ago. And you realize in your brain, you're like, something pops in your brain and you're like, oh, you're bonkers. Oh, you're batshit crazy. Okay. So you have to like kind of tiptoe around. You have to kind of. This is probably what people experience when they talk to me. You kind of have to just like tiptoe around a little bit in the conversation. You have to be very careful what you say. And sometimes, with the real bonkers ones, the ones that are like, trying to get money out of you, like, oh, like they're scratching their arm the whole time, and they're like, I'm just trying to get back to Denver, man. Like, I've been stuck here for 36 years, and just trying to get to Denver, bro. And I could really use some money, and my brother died 3 years ago, and he's in my backpack right now, and yeah, those type of people. Sometimes you walk in and you're like, how do I leave this? Some people will not let you leave the conversation. Some people won't some people don't know what personal boundaries really are. So, and I've actually had to. I've been to a lot of events. You could say I'm a man of the world. That was probably really loud. A lot of experience with life. You could say I'm a bit of an expert on a lot of different things. Meet some weirdos out there. Sometimes there's some people that you talk to and they won't let you leave. And you just have to leave. You just have to like literally walk away from them as they're talking to you because they're just bonkers and they don't know what fucking boundaries are. And even regular people that have like regular jobs and shit. Some of them are nuts too, dude. When you're talking to someone, this is why I stopped going to fucking parties for the most part, If I'm going to a party, it's going to be either for not very long or I'm DJing it or something. So, anyway, okay, Blake Helmkins says, we used to have this crazy lady who would come in the building where I worked late at night. She tried to borrow people's phones and would make a shitload of calls and walk off with people's phones. Yeah, that's the kind of people, dude. The point I was trying to make was that if you're talking to someone who seems normal, it's pretty much normal, right? God, some of the chat comments they throw me off sometimes. I was gonna say, oh, if you're talking to someone that like is talking to you for like 5 or 10 minutes and there's no return, they just talk about themselves forever. And it's fine if you're prepared for that and you're just like, okay, just asking them questions, basically interviewing them. Some people want to be interviewed. You know what I mean? So, you realize that those people are also bonkers. Old ladies that hit on young men, bonkers. Old men that, I don't know, have big fucking boils in their back. I don't know. Straight walking away from her was seriously the only way to get away. Yeah. There's some people that it's okay too. Like, some people are, I think that's a good thing to bring up that I've noticed lately. Is that some people, myself, historically too, I've noticed a lot of people that I know are like way too apologetic. And I've brought this up on the podcast before and other things. I may even make a fucking dedicated video about it. That I've been thinking about this so much. So many people just say sorry for no reason, and I've been one of those people, and I'm really working on not saying sorry for almost anything, unless it's something that I really know that I fucked up on or whatever. But saying sorry doesn't help in most situations. It really doesn't. I think it shows weakness in a lot of situations. You know, if you're like at a job interview or something, and you say sorry, or if you're talking to a customer. I've been really working on the past year or so. I've been really working on not apologizing to my customers or anybody for that matter. I mean, you know, once in a while I'll apologize to my girlfriend just for who I am, you know. But most of the time you really don't have a reason to apologize. And when you're talking to someone who's fucking batshit crazy, that person has not earned an apology for you trying to live your life. You know? That person forfeit their chance to have a civil conversation when they're trying to take your phone and walk away, you know? So basically, when you're talking to people and you know, I know you guys, you're smart motherfuckers. You got your goddamn, you got that goddamn Kradar. You know what I mean? Kradar. That's a new word. Made it up just now because I'm a fucking genius. Sometimes you gotta just walk away. Sometimes you just gotta fucking say see you later. Maybe let out a little silent on the way out, you know? Leave her a little carpet bomb. Leave those fucking crazies. I mean, they I don't know. The real crazy ones can't smell anything because they're fucking covered in shit all the time. But you know. So you know, I challenge you. 6 people listening, thank you by the way, to try not apologizing for a week and see how you feel. That's my challenge for you. Not that I have like any kind of say in your life, not that anyone gives a shit what I say, but I don't know. It's an interesting thing to try. And I'm constantly working on it. I think it's different when you're in a relationship and you're just like, oh, sorry about that, you know, kind of thing. Oh, I forgot, you know. I forget things a lot, and I'm like, oh, sorry about that, you know. But, you know, really, I shouldn't be apologizing for that either. I think the thing to do is to show it, you know. And that's the thing that I'm really still trying to do, is to, you know, sorry doesn't do anything. Sorry doesn't solve shit. But doing better in your daily life, maybe to being more honest or whatnot. Like Elizabeth Morgan in the chat asks here, are you going deer hunting this season or this year? Opening season today here in Oregon, by the way, for deer. And then she says, don't answer that. Crazy people probably flick you crap for killing Bambi. I've killed 7 deer in my time. Not very many in the grand scheme of things. And I have not been the best hunter the past even 10 or so years. I do plan on going deer hunting this season, and I have no one to apologize for that. Okay? Yeah, Kradar. Look it up. My fucking face is right next to it there in the dictionary. Fucking Kratar. The dictionary, like the DICK-tionary. You know what I mean? That's me. In the dictionary, the word Kratar has my fucking face next to it. Because I'm a crazy motherfucker. So anyway. Yeah. I have no one to apologize to for that. I like deer hunting. It's fucking awesome. It's exciting. There's a lot of exercise involved in it. Not the kill itself. You know, I always feel like remorse. I always feel like kind of sorrow for the animal that I've taken or whatever. And in my own way, say a little prayer for them as they're going. It is exciting because you're like getting in touch with that primal part of yourself that a lot of people really don't know about. You know, a lot of people are not in touch with that. Have never been in touch with that part of themselves, and everyone has that part of themselves. I think, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, which no one gives a shit about. And you know, if you've ever been hunting and been successful, you know that killing the animal is the easiest part. Yes, venison is great. It's any kind of game animal. Venison, all really bioavailable food, really rich in vitamins and nutrients. You eat a fucking you eat an elk or something. I think elk steak is better in a lot of cases than beef. And it just makes you feel awesome. It just like there's something about it that just I mean, it must be all the fucking B vitamins or shit or something like that, but it's just like it just makes you feel like a god after you've eaten a good elk steak, you know. Not that I've killed an elk or I plan on killing an elk because they're the size of a fucking horse, and I don't want to deal with that. If I'm eating elk, it's gonna be somebody else's. Fuck that shit. A little 200-pound deer, I'll be fine with that. A 1,000-pound horse with fucking antlers. Go fuck yourself, dude. Come on. Or a moose. Can you imagine? Could you imagine field dressing a moose? Fuck, dude. You can't do that alone. I like hunting alone. I always have the most luck when I'm hunting alone. I'm good, bro. I can drag a deer for a mile. Can't drag an elk at all, buddy. Elk's staying there until you quarter it out. Okay? You kill an elk, you need people with you. You need a tribe. That's a tribe's job, brother. So anyway, yes, I plan on deer hunting. No, I don't. I don't apologize for it. And also my duty, I believe, duty as a comedian or whatever you want to call me, a guy who makes people laugh every fucking 5 years or whatever. I think the duty of a comedian is to to push boundaries in a way, and never to apologize about anything you say. I hope that I have some kind of controversy. Like I'm waiting to have some kind of controversy because I can't wait to not say sorry about it. You know? So there's that. Let's see here. Rachel Welke asks, beef or chicken? I think we're kind of on this kind of train about meat and shit. Beef or chicken? My instincts tell me beef. I love chicken. I eat chicken like every day. But chicken's like a staple, you know? Chicken gets you through the day. I usually, actually, I mostly eat like the same thing every day pretty much. The morning I'll have my egg thing, the frite omelet that I made. I've been making that every day basically with bacon or whatever. No bread usually unless it's a special day, weekend. Just the meat and eggs. Then during the middle of the day I'll have like 2 pieces of chicken. Chicken's just like one of those things, man. It's such a good go-to. It's always there. You know what it's gonna taste like. You know that it's gonna be good if it's made right. So yeah, chicken, man. Chicken is good, but it's not as good as beef. I love having a good old ribeye with dinner. For dinner. With dinner. Nothing like a fucking ribeye, man, on the barbecue. That's seasoned right. Holy shit, dude. It just makes me feel like it actually literally makes me happy. When I eat a good steak, there's something about it, man. There's something, I don't know. I've tried to explain it to people. It just makes you happy. If you're equipped for it. Some people, obviously, someone who's a vegan or vegetarian tries to eat a steak, you're gonna get sick. You got to ease your way into that shit, Or somebody who's eating steak with a bunch of crazy shit. It just so happens that steak is really good with potatoes. It just so happens that steak is really good with bread. But if I have any of those things, especially with something as amazing as steak, it's gonna ruin my day, dude. It's gonna ruin my fucking day. That's why my kind of cheat is to have no carbs during the day and then like a carb at night or later, for dinner. If I'm on the weekend and I'm cheating or whatever, it seems to work out pretty well for me. Obviously, the thing to do would be not to be eating potatoes or bread, because it's terrible for you. But once in a while, man, a good piece of pan toasted sourdough, doesn't really affect me that much, enough to really fuck up my entire week. But the thing is that fucks you up is when you get that taste. It's like when a dog kills a deer. You got to put him down. They get that taste for blood, brother. Get that taste for fucking sourdough, bruh. Get a fucking sourdough up in your mouth. It's over, baby. Sometimes it's all about, when it comes to diet, man, it's all about fucking, it's all about discipline, I think. If you have a diet that works for you, stick to it. And if you have a day where you go off of it and fuck off for a couple days or one day is probably just enough. Then stick with it. Go right back, dude. If you slip, go right the fuck back the next day, or it's gonna show. Like last week, I don't know why I'm giving you guys advice. I think it's just because I've had a few life experiences with this shit, and I like talking about it sometimes. I bought bread for that video, actually, the frite omelet video. And man, you know what? I couldn't stay away from the sourdough. And guess what? I felt fucking sick all week. I felt fucking terrible the whole week. Headaches, fucking, blood sugar levels off, starting to get a little bit depressy, starting to get a little bit sad boy hours up in this bitch. My fucking everything gets inflamed, dude. When I have like too much carbs and shit, bread, whatever, potatoes, I get my whole body just is like just inflamed. So, me particularly, I have a sensitivity to carbohydrates. So, that's just me though, you know? And I've been really trying to stay away from that sugar, man. I've been really fucking good about staying away from the sugar. So, because, there's no perfect diet out there, right? But sugar is good for no one. I think we can be very clear of that. I think we can, I think I can confirm that shit. So, whoa. Whoa. All right. That's got thrown off. Thanks for the fucking... God damn it. Damn kids in these group chats, man, posting these pictures. Let's see. Any other questions? I'm gonna go for another 3 minutes here, and then go for a quick break. And read something after the break. I'm going to get that all queued up. I'm going to talk something about some motorcycle stuff. Not like technical shit about motorcycles, because that would be extremely boring. But I'm going to talk about some things I've learned in the business. I've been in the motorcycle repair business for a little while. And I've learned a lot of things. So, well, I know I can't show this publicly necessarily. I might be able to crop it in some way, but anyway, let's see. Rachel Welke asks, do you drink coffee? Yes, I do. Every single fucking day. Drink coffee. It's a ritualistic thing, man. As I've said before, as we talked about on the podcast with Stellar Smith a few episodes back, it's a ritual. Every morning, you get up. Either you make your coffee or you have it already made the day before. And you fucking... man, it's magic, dude. It's magic. Wow, dude. God, I wonder if there's a way that I can change the settings on this, because anytime anyone curses in my chat, YouTube blocks it and I have to re-enable it. It's so stupid. It's retarded. So I'm gonna have to figure that shit out. We are now. Don't worry about it. I'll re-enable it. I want people to be able to feel like they can say whatever the fuck they want. So don't worry about that. It's a small job for me. Maybe at some point I'll have moderators or some shit that can do it for me. But we're at a very early stage of this thing, and that's how it should be looked at, I think, for my channel, because I've been doing this for a few years now, or a couple years now, seriously. And what am I trying to say? I'm in the early stages. People are like, "Oh man, you're like, you don't have very many subscribers or whatever." Blah 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 blah. But you know what? It's we're early, man. This is the early stages. We're in the early days of this shit. So, I think the biggest thing that a lot of YouTubers are the trouble a lot of YouTubers are having early on is that they take breaks, or they stop. They get burnt out and they're like, this isn't going anywhere, and they stop. Well, it's the best thing to do is to pace yourself and to just put something out every week or something, you know. I mean, these podcasts are really helping. We're above 20,000. We're just kind of chilling above 20,000 watch minutes. So let's keep that up, man. It's gonna have to keep that up for a year. We're getting closer and closer to that 4,000 hour threshold. That's the goal. That's the initial goal. So I can start getting some fucking paychecks coming in, boy. So we're at 12 noon. And I'm gonna... Okay. There's an ad coming up. I'm gonna put our music back on and go take a short break here once this ad fucking goes away. Yeah, goddamn cunt. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, so you cunts. Gonna take a shorty. Take a little break. Regurgitate the one-eyed serpent. I think get the lovely Amy set up. Let's come in here and talk some shit to you guys, okay? Okay. So, be right back. Hang tight. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, wow. My hair is kind of gnarly. So, I've changed camera angles because I have the lovely Amy coming in a second. Okay, so thanks for sticking around. We're listening to some ooh-woo gamey shit here. And, yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. This is the Luke Morgan podcast. The worst podcast ever. No. Best YouTuber of all time. I can't talk. I cannot speak. I cannot speak today. So you're going to have to... I don't know what you're going to do. You're going to have to find somebody else to listen to because I can't fucking talk today. I don't know what she's doing. She's on her way. She's putting her fucking face on. You know how women are. Put your fucking face on. It's going to take me 5 hours to do this. So, here we go. I'm going to jump right into this post I put up on the Facebook. And I want to see if I can actually post it and have it as a visual without exposing some people's personal information. Maybe if I just put something over it? I don't know. Let me put... There we go. That'll work. Put my ooh-woo shit right over it. Okay? Alright, here we go. So, okay. Alright, never mind. Okay. Sorry, this is a podcast of a guy just fucking... podcast of a guy just sitting here trying to figure shit out. Oh shit, look what I did. Okay. So, I've been in the business for a while. I mean, you can, the fucking motorcycle business for a bit, and I've learned a few things. So, I put up this thing the other day telling people what I've learned, basically. And here it is. So, and I don't know. I just thought it was interesting to write out, and I wanted to I don't know, share it. There are things I've learned after 10 or so years in the motorcycle repair business, and I'm sure this applies to many fields of work. People will try to screw you over if you let them. So if you open the door for somebody, man, they'll basically the whole give them an inch, they'll take a mile thing. Well, that's real as fuck, bro. Don't get it twisted. That's real as fuck. People will try to use you as a free storage space if you let them. I have had, as long as I've had shops, I've had people that have tried to use my shop space as a storage unit, a free storage unit. So, welcome. Good morning.
Whoa, it changed down here.
Did it?
Yes.
It changed?
Your computer moved.
Did it?
Yeah, it was at like an angle.
It was like a month or two ago. Okay. Let me get you set up. So then I'll read the rest of this shit. Okay. Come have a seat.
Okay. Can I get over?
Sorry, this is the only chair I had. Selling the other one.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. A little bit of a camera angle change. Yeah, very comfy chair. If you want, you can just grab that mic, actually. You can just literally hold it. If you like. It might be a little easier. to deal with. Just
Am
keep
I
it at
on
a.
the camera?
Let me check.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you look to be on there. Can you hear me? Can I hear you? Oh, might as well turn it up, eh?
Ooh.
Whoa. All right. Keep it at a. About a fist. Keep that sucker right up here.
Right here.
No. You're breaking it. Everybody, welcome the lovely Amy to the podcast. Good morning.
Hello.
I was just reading this thing that I put up the other day. So I am on. Yeah, I don't think there's ever been a time when I've had a shop that someone hasn't tried to use my shop as a storage space. I had one guy have his bike in my shop for. Well, I've had a couple people have their
9
shop.
months?
This one guy had his bike in my shop for about a year,
Well, maybe that's one.
and then I sold it.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was like,
Yep.
"Fuck you." And he didn't seem to mind. Didn't come back for it. So, and this other guy. Let's see. This other guy that I kind of know had his bike in my shop for. Yeah, like 8 or 9 months.
Yeah.
I finally got him to get it away. So
I was like,
there's always somebody that's like trying to get their bike out of their own hair and into mine. Let's see. People will use a language barrier to their advantage.
oh my god.
And
Yes.
it took me a while to realize this, but yeah, it happens.
On the other side of that, though, there are people that just like get really confused because they're not used to it, and
Yeah.
it's really frustrating in both situations.
Yeah.
I have a funny story about that.
Tell it.
I know a
little
little
closer.
bit of Spanish.
Uh-huh.
Pequeño? I don't even remember.
Pequeño?
Before, I was a little bit better at it.
Yeah.
Small.
Oh.
And
You could say that about a lot of things on my body.
and I was learning sign language.
Okay.
And when I worked at a retail store that sells jewelry, this guy came in with this lady, and she's like, "Oh, he's deaf." So I started signing to him, and she's like, "Well, he's oh god, I don't remember where he was from. I don't know. I don't think it was Mexico. It was somewhere that speaks Spanish." And
Guatemala?
she said that he can mouth read, mostly Spanish, and sign a little bit. So I was trying to speak Spanish and sign at the same time as trying to sell him something, and it worked, and he was happy, and he gave me a hug. And I was like, at points I was like, I have no idea if any of this is right. You're trying to, I don't speak those two languages very well at all.
Maybe the fact that you were trying, like someone gave him the time of day.
I wonder if he just bought something out of pity for me trying.
I don't know. Maybe he thought you were cute and he just wanted a hug.
Yeah, maybe. They were really nice, and the lady was nice. And she was obviously, like, not his interpreter, so
Yeah.
she didn't want to do that.
Hmm.
You don't want to mix up people who are actually interpreters for people who are friends that don't want to interpret.
Right.
That's a big thing, but there's a lot of people that go, "Oh, I don't understand. This is only $2." No, it's $20.
Yeah.
Oh, $2. Here you go. No.
I've had
$20.
people that actually did shit like that. It's like, okay, so how much owe you? And I'm like, $200. And they're like, $30. And I'm like, no. No, stupid. Learn the language, you fucking bastard.
That's mean.
No,
But
it's
there are
not.
people that do it really, like,
You're in the USA. You should learn the
obviously.
language.
Well, a lot of people are very passive, and they'll just take it, and that's why they get away with it.
English is like the utility knife of languages.
Okay.
Most people know it. And it's
Okay.
most people in other countries know it.
Sure.
They do.
Really?
Most people can speak a little bit of English.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe because some places have better
You're not helping me with
education than here.
You're not helping me with my point.
Do you know another language?
I thought we were in a relationship. I thought you were behind my back.
I am here to cause some stirring up words.
Cause some stirring
I need
up.
to learn the language too a little bit.
What language? The English?
The English. I speak English and bad English. Better get that really terrible reference.
Never heard that one.
Mm.
Okay, people will try to blame you for things you have no control of. So say like a bike leaves my shop and I've fixed it, like it comes in, it's not running at all. It leaves my shop running perfectly, and then 2 days later it goes to shit. And then those people, fucking blame me for it. They're like, "Oh, you did something. You fucking sabotaged my bike or something."
I love the people that are like, my bike is broken, blah, blah, blah. And they ran out of gas.
Yeah. I've had that happen several times. Well, to be fair, like, when Luke and I were young kids, he had a bike that he was, like, fixing up. And I think he was, like, 15 or 16 at the time. And he's like, my bike won't run, dude. What's going on? And, like, we took the engine completely apart and realized it was out of gas.
Oh, that's how you learn. Yeah. I did the similar. I didn't take a bike apart. I would never do that.
You could probably figure it out.
Went way up into the woods. I was like 10.
Yeah.
By myself in the woods in the middle of nowhere. Didn't tell anybody where I was going.
No, you never do that.
You never do that. And I thought I ran out of gas or I broke the bike. I had gone through a very large puddle.
Oof.
And I thought I had destroyed it. So luckily I was at the top of this mountain in the middle of nowhere. So I just rolled it down for a long time until my dad showed up and
like
yelled at me.
Like you coasted it?
I coasted it.
Okay.
And he showed
I thought
up.
you just like let it go and just let it roll down.
No, I coasted it. Oh yeah, I just like let it just.
Fuck this bike.
I was on it.
Piece of shit. Bye.
It wasn't even that I ran out of gas. I didn't turn the gas on.
Oh, yeah.
So it ran for a little bit.
Everybody has that. Even fucking seasoned riders do that shit. Recently I had a guy that was yelling at me on the phone because he's like, my bike won't work, It ran for 30 seconds and died. I was like, did you turn the fuel valve on?
Turn it on.
Then you didn't answer.
Maybe try the choke a little bit if it has one. Wait, is that a thing with motorcycles? Chokes?
Choke, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, there's choke and then there's the enrichener circuit, which
yes.
which actually the opposite, but it's the same effect.
So it's the same thing.
So the enrichener circuit pulls fuel directly out of the float bowls.
Okay.
And
what does the choke do?
Richens the mixture.
Oh.
The choke chokes off the air.
Yeah.
Which in turn does the same thing.
Okay.
It richens the mixture.
Okay.
So, the more you know.
Do all bikes have that, pretty much? Is that a thing?
Unless they're fuel injected, yeah.
Which are the fancy bikes?
If they're fuel injected, then it's the same as a car. It does it all by computer.
My car doesn't have a choke. That's true.
Your car does not have a choke.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I learned.
It has a fast idle warm-up cycle.
Lovely.
Yeah, I know stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's one or two things that I know in the world. Let's see. It is perfectly.
Do you need assistance?
Sometimes your tongue just turns into a fucking brick. Maybe that's something I should have a doctor look at. It is perfectly okay to block a person's number if you see fit. It took me a really long time to figure this one out.
It's absolutely okay.
Yeah, it's like someone who's like literally harassing you on the phone.
Yeah.
Or someone you just don't want to talk to again.
When they start yelling and cussing, the customer is not always right. When they're angry, and they could be taking your anger out.
Well, that's the next one.
Yeah.
If someone is yelling and cursing at you, they're no longer in the right.
Yeah, so those two really go together.
And if someone is yelling and cursing at you, they have lost all access to all freebies, discounts, and special deals.
Absolutely.
Like, especially. Like, people think that they can yell at people to get special deals and shit. Mm-hmm. That's not how that fucking works anymore.
Well, that's how, even when I'm so incredibly upset and you have to call some customer helpline,
yeah,
I'll just be like, I don't want to yell at you, and I know my tone is really aggressive, but I'm so frustrated and I'm so irritated, and I just feel like the company you're working for is screwing me over, and I just really want your help because I'm really at my breaking point. And usually when I'm like, I'm not yelling at you, and I'm really sorry if it comes off that way, and I will say that kind of gist to people, and usually they'll end up actually trying to help when they realize I don't want to yell at them, but I'm just getting to that point.
Right.
And I mean, I'll yell at stupid people who call me, but
so me every day.
I don't yell at you.
Oh, you call me.
I call you every day.
You call me and yell at me.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, I had this guy that was a little while ago. I was perfectly willing to work with him on something, and then he started fucking yelling at me and shit.
And shit. And he shit?
And he shit all over the place. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, if someone shits, they're out.
If they shit on my floor, they're out the door.
Yeah.
Shit on the floor, out the door.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, I was willing. I told him, I was willing to work with you on this, but now that you're fucking yelling and screaming at me, yeah, sorry, nope, bye. Some people come from cultures where it's okay to haggle a person.
That's true.
Not pointing at any specific type of person, but
You have an imagination, you can figure it out.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. People have an imagination. Let's just say that the people that have haggled me the most have been older East Indian guys. I don't know what it is about where they come from and what they, I mean, I love Indian people. I fucking, don't get me wrong. Don't call me a racist because I'm arguably a racist or not. Who cares?
Nobody loves Indian people more than me.
Great people. Indian people are just the greatest people. They make good food. Their food came out of my dog's asshole the other day.
Oh my God. It did, though.
People come from cultures where it's okay to haggle a person. So
It's pretty self-explanatory.
it's like, okay, this is how much it costs, but people are still trying to haggle you on the price. Grown men and women have the ability to go from clean and professional to snotty-nosed little baby in 2 seconds. When something's not going their way, they're just like... They just
so many grown adults have temper tantrums.
Got to put them in their crib.
In professional settings.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's like that. It's like when you're talking to a toddler. That's not going to get you what you want. Why don't you go take a break and have a breath and come back when you're ready?
Yeah, like literally, you have to do that with some adults.
I've had to say that to adults before. And to children. It's so
like you should have learned
odd.
this by like 5, but
You should
you're an adult.
recognize when
Yeah.
you're acting like that and be like, I need a break. I need to go take a breather. I
A
need to
breather?
go like puff on something.
Yeah.
I'm an asthmatic, guys. I puff on it.
Some people have no concept of time or personal space, so it's people that just like show up out of nowhere, or like want to hover over me while I'm working. It's like
Bang on the side of your house and ask if you're home while you're taking a shit.
yeah, literally, yeah. Well, those who shall not be named.
Dickhead.
That's his name, dickhead.
Why are you being a
Dickwad.
for?
Why are you being a dickhead? Let's see here. Some people expect the job to be done yesterday and free of charge. I'm looking at you, fucking ranchers with ATVs. It's like
With bikes covered in shit.
bikes, literally, not even joking, literally covered in shit from the base to the top, all the way. Yeah, so that's one thing I've had to deal with. And they're like, yeah, I need this bike by, Tuesday. And it's like Wednesday. I need this bike by yesterday. And I want you to work on it for free. Those fucking people.
They have crazy jobs, and it's very like, go, go, go. But
Yeah, but you make them enough money in the ranching business, you can just fucking, right? You just go buy another one, right?
I don't know if that's the case, but sure.
I don't know.
Everybody wants to
At
cut
least,
costs if they can.
at least fucking clean your bike off.
Give it a hose down.
A hose?
A hose?
I've charged people to wash their bikes.
But there have been people where you've washed their bikes and they've been like, "Oh wow, thank you," and given you a tip. So it can be appreciated.
Yeah.
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 I must say, this is a bit of a angry post, but you've had a lot of really.
Is it an angry
amazing
post?
No, I mean it's stating some facts and stuff, but there's a lot of.
It's
really
literally,
good
it's just
pros.
facts though.
There's a lot of like cons, but there's a lot of pros too.
Yeah.
Everything too.
Yeah.
I'm just pointing it out.
Yeah, it's just like how I felt the other morning.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to put it out there. Some people bring their machine to a mechanic and try to tell him/her how to do their job based on this one forum I read.
I
Like,
Googled it.
so many times I've had that where it's like, especially it's younger people that are like, well, this forum has said that this could be the problem. And I'm like, hey, how about you let me do my job there, dipshit. So,
Went to school, have experience. That's
Yeah.
what you're paying for.
I'm in $30,000 in debt, so you don't have to be, basically. Some people are so impatient that they call their mechanic several times every day asking if the job is done, resulting in their job becoming less of a priority and taking longer to finish.
The world does not revolve around you.
Yeah, I've actually had to tell several people, hey, believe it or not, your bike is not the only one that's in my shop, and you're not the only customer.
Yeah, that lady yesterday you were telling me about that was really upset, and you're like, hey, I'm dealing with the shop that everything's going on, and I have to deal with my sick dog.
Yeah.
You know, and other customers in a similar situation. And then she kind of let off, like, oh, right, it's not just all about you.
Yeah, it's not.
And sometimes people need a...
It's like, oh, this person has more going on in their life than my repair or whatever. So, but you know, I turned it around.
You did.
I turned it around.
Did she come get it?
No, I have to bring it out to her.
Oh, right.
But yeah, you know, the people that were calling every day, I just like put their machine off for a day. They're just like, nope. If you're gonna bother me about it, no, fuck off.
Distracting. It's so distracting.
Yeah. Well, and it makes me angry and it makes me resent their bike. It's probably a personal problem of mine.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. God, you're an asshole.
You're welcome.
I turned it around here at the end. He made some amazing, funny, and beautiful people in this field of work. People can be unexpectedly giving.
True.
My love for motorcycles runs deeper than any of the negative interactions I've had with customers. Aww.
Oh, all right.
Hearty heart.
There's a pro.
Oh, okay. Closed out.
Whoa. Okay, bye.
Sorry, there was like some personal Facebook pages.
Oh, shoot.
But anyway. Let's turn the cam back on here.
What's going on in the chat?
What is going on in the chat?
Is any of that new?
Nope. Nobody's put any new in there.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
What have you been thinking? I was not watching the podcast upstairs. I was reading a book.
What book are you reading?
Idiot. By Laura
I know.
Clary.
What book are you reading?
Idiot. It's called Idiot. And it's really good, and I'm almost done, and I want to go finish it.
Nice.
It's a recovery story, actually. Sort of. It is. It just came out. It's by this online comedian lady who's had it. Whoa, there's
you are.
There's us. She's really... It's funny and scary and really good. It's a pretty quick read. It's like 260-something pages.
Quick read for you.
I mean, it's not like a huge book, and the pages are large. Like,
It'll take me like a year to read.
The type is large. Huh?
Take me like a year to read.
Hmm.
Like 200 pages.
But you don't like to read books?
I don't read.
Yeah.
I'm not a reader.
I want to
What
sit
you
down and
reading
want to
for?
read the
Oh,
whole thing
Jesus.
right then.
Hello?
Oh my god. When I read a series and then the first one is really good, and then you're like, well, now I have to go buy all of them and
Yeah.
read them right now. That happened when we went to my dad's house, and I was reading that book, and I was like, I need the next one, but we're on the mountain, and I have no internet or, like, a store nearby, and I need the book right now. And I think I drove to Medford to go buy it.
Wow.
Or, you know, we're on a mountain. The closest bookstore is an hour away that carries it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those book addicts. And then I don't read. I don't like reading during the summer. I just had this realization this summer, just today.
Okay.
I was like, I've been wanting to read books, and then I haven't.
It must be
And then it
nice to
got
be able to
cold.
read books. I
It
can't
is
read.
nice. It's a very loud chair. It's a little damp too.
What's damp?
The
The chair? Well, it's been outside.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, it might be just cold. It did rain yesterday, though.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Now what are we talking about?
Okay, Elizabeth Morgan puts in the chat. Well, she put it in the chat like a while ago. what do you think about everywhere you look? There's a hemp grow. People are really starting to complain about the smell and the negative effects on people with some serious allergies. I think as far as a crop goes and the industry surrounding it, it's awesome. I'm totally for it.
I think how much is happening though, it's gonna peak real fast and it's just gonna go.
Well, there's always like an up and down with shit like that, or like an initial explosion, and like a bubble kind of thing. Kind of like with a lot of YouTube channels.
The allergy.
A lot
thing,
of
though?
everything, like everything has a kind of a bubble. If you think about it, everything has ups and downs. That's why it doesn't bother me when I get less views on the channel. One day or the next, whatever. It just happens.
But you are aware of it.
I am very aware of it.
Very aware of it. I hear about it all the time.
Well, I don't have anyone to talk to about it, so you're the victim.
I think I understand it more than when you tell me about bike repairs, though. I listen and I'm like,
Person look at channel.
Yeah.
As far as the allergies thing, that's unfortunate because I'm kind of sensitive to that.
However, there's
world.
so many things that give you such bad allergies, especially, I'm sure, in the area she is talking about and nearby in this general area, that there's so many allergens, that it's like, well, that sucks for you. Go take a Claritin.
Yep. Get used to it, basically.
That's my life. I take so many allergy pills.
Took one this morning. Been fucking scratchy, throaty. Scratchy, throaty.
I forgot to take my pills.
Oh, now you're the fucking musk dungeon.
Die. Ruined my whole day.
You gonna die. Yeah, the industry I think is awesome. We should have had a lot more hemp in our country for a lot longer. I mean, there was like a whole outlawing that went on with cannabis and all that shit. But like allegedly the Declaration of Independence is written on hemp paper. Everybody had hemp back in the day, like back in the early America.
All the people that were making paper and cotton are like, hemp's gotta go.
Yeah,
and people believed shit, so they made it happen.
Well, that kind of shit like that happens all the time when it comes to like advertising and whatnot. Like that's what happened. Wow, how dare you? That's what happened with sugar.
Oh yeah.
Like with at least allegedly, there wasn't like necessarily a bribery that went on, but it was kind of like people are basically saying sugar's good, fat is bad. So it just kind of happened that way as far as advertising goes, and that's kind of, I feel like what bred a lot of this whole, I don't know, obesity epidemic, all these fucking diabetes shit. Everyone, you didn't even hear about diabetes until probably the 70s. Nobody knew about that shit. But now, with the explosion of all these fucking sugary sodas and shit and all that, and the people campaigning against fat, it's caused a lot of problems. So with hemp, hemp is like a miracle plant. Like, it's medicinal. You can make pretty much anything out of it. You can build houses with it. You can smoke it and feel better. Like, I haven't felt an effect from any hemp product at all, but that's not to say that
I didn't know that.
What?
Hemp smoking it makes you feel better?
You can smoke it.
I mean, you can smoke anything, but I didn't think that was what it was intended for at all.
I'm just rambling.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's medicinal.
Oh, you could be right.
That's what I'm trying to say. They grind up the whole plant, make oils out of it and shit like that, tinctures.
Okay.
So it can be used medicinally and industrially. Yet, people are still cutting down trees and shit to build houses, which is arguably, it's, a wooden house is
Can you make a hemp
pretty
house?
valuable. Pretty sure
Really?
you can build like anything out of hemp.
Oh.
Hemp fiber is really strong.
Oh, I thought it was
There's
more
like-
like clothing and paper and
No.
those kinds of things.
And I think hemp oil, don't quote me on this, but I think you can use hemp oil for a lot of different things, like industrially too, for lubricants and shit like that. Like there's so many things you can use hemp for.
Okay.
Not just like a non-alcoholic beer version of weed.
Okay.
And clothing, like a lot of people were using hemp for flags and shit, all that different whatnot. Rachel Wilkie says, no joke, you guys should look into reishi mushrooms.
Reishi.
I don't know what that is. I had an eye allergy super bad for over a year and resorted to trying everything on the in the book, and that mushroom extract was the only thing that helped for me. Huh. Reishi.
So-
Let me look it up.
Reishi
Pull
mushroom
that
from
shit
the
up,
block.
Jamie. Reishi mushroom from the block.
From the block.
Still mushrooms from the block. The lingxi mushroom is a polypore mushroom belonging to the genus Ganoderma. It's a red varnished kidney-shaped cap. Gives it a distinct appearance. When fresh, the lingxi is soft, core-like, and flat. It lacks gills on the underside and instead releases its spores via fine pores.
I like, what are the benefits of reishi? Go down.
What are the benefits of reishi mushroom? Reishi mushroom is used
Wow.
for boosting the immune system, viral infections such as the flu, influenza, swine flu, the avian flu, lung conditions including asthma and bronchitis, heart disease, contributing conditions such as high blood pressure, looking at you, Mom, and high cholesterol, kidney disease, cancer, and liver disease.
Wow.
Holy shit, dude.
Okay, I do want to do some research because also asthma and bronchitis. The reason I have asthma is because I got bronchitis an insane amount of times when I was a kid, and
Oh, really?
I was
That's how you get
hospitalized
it?
a lot. Well, it's also partially genetic. Both my parents had it, but they outgrew it.
They
I
outgrew
have
asthma.
not.
Wow.
Well, technically, they both have inhalers just in case, but I have not outgrown it. It has gotten slightly better since I was a kid.
Can reishi? Everyone asks about cancer. Can reishi mushroom cure cancer?
And the answer is
Currently no.
evidence.
Okay, it looks like it's the extract you can get. Do you have a specific product, Rachel?
Yeah, is there one that's
that you can recommend? Looks like there's a Swanson Premium Reishi Mushroom Extract, alcohol and sugar free, 1 ounce liquid immune support is $6.16 in a dropper form at Swanson Health Products.
do they sell it on Amazon?
I'm sure they do. Everything is on Amazon.
Performance mushrooms.
You can buy
That's
You can
a
buy
very interesting way to.
you can buy a fucking hooker on Amazon. 6 benefits of reishi mushrooms.
Let's try to buy a hooker on Amazon and have her on the podcast.
Okay,
Okay.
that sounds good.
Or a hooker dude.
A hooker dude, like a dude hooker,
Yeah.
a duder, I don't know. 6 benefits of reishi mushroom plus side effects and dosage. This is on healthline.com. Eastern medicine makes use of many different plants and fungi. Interesting, reishi mushrooms is particularly popular. What is the reishi? Reishi? Okay, it looks like a fucking kidney. Boosts immune system. Don't want to read this whole thing. Anti-cancer properties. So it can probably help with cancer.
Which is the same things.
Yes.
I just broke a little bit. Never mind.
Could fight. Okay, gonna move on with that.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. It's gonna sounds like it's gonna be terrible. Could fight fatigue and depression. Okay, yeah, sounds about right.
That sounds
Effects on the
nice.
immune system are often most emphasized, but it has other potential advantages as well. These include reduced fatigue and depression, as well as improved quality of life. One study examined Its effects on 132 people with neurasthenia, a poorly defined condition associated with acne.
Aches.
So I'm at the end of my rope here.
How to
Aches,
read. Learn the
pains,
language.
dizziness, headaches, and irritability. The researchers found that fatigue was reduced and well-being was improved after 8 weeks of taking supplements. Okay, cool. 4 to 6 other
Heart health?
potential benefits: heart health,
Blood sugar control.
blood sugar control,
Antioxidant
status. Okay, sounds like these things work pretty well.
That sounds... Oh, no.
I bought mine at these weird vitamin stores in Washington. LOL. Okay. Cool. We'll go try to find some.
We're close to Washington.
Reishi mushrooms. Give them a try, I guess. It's an extract. Yeah, you're using an extract. That's cool. Right on. Thanks for...
it's made in Washington. Because there's lots of mushrooms in Washington.
Oh.
You missed one.
Host Defense. I buy this extract made by Host Defense because it's made in Washington. Okay,
That's good.
cool. I mean, we could
better.
probably... I mean, I don't really care about local shit anyway. So,
Well,
we'll
that's
find
not,
it.
Transported from
sure we'll
everywhere
find
with lots of shit in it that preservatives.
Preservatives. Okay, well, that's pretty cool.
You okay over there? You having a moment? Because I'm also having a moment.
Having a moment.
Moments.
Motorcycle mechanic talk. This shit I don't really want to talk about right now. So,
Okay.
how you doing?
Great. I got, 10 hours of sleep.
10 hours?
And I wanted to sleep all day until there was a dog on my face this morning.
There
And
was a dog on. I
there was a
unleashed
dog
the
on my-
puppy
she
onto your face.
Did unleash the puppy, and I wasn't mad, but I could have slept all day.
I ain't even mad.
But I've been getting consistently like 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night, and it's really catching up to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to be sustainable. We should probably be going to bed earlier. You getting up at
Try.
6 in the morning?
Hi. Yeah. Well, I push it sometimes. Most every day. I push
Probably
it till the
shouldn't.
last minute
Probably should go
too.
to bed earlier.
Yeah. And then drive an hour to work. And, it's awful.
Well, I think our problem is we like to stay up late and
Yes.
play World of Warcraft.
I'm a night owl.
Yeah.
Which I would love to do today. Let's play some WoW.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I do need to do some work, but yes, I would love to play some WoW.
We have a fun game night tonight with our neighbors.
With our neighbors.
With our
We're so
neighbors.
fucking adult. We're so...
Game night. I'm so excited. I
We're
think I'm gonna
so-
go bake something.
You? Do you?
I do want to. I want to go to the store. I wanna bake something.
What do you want to bake?
I want to I want to bake something sugar-free for you and me.
For me?
But I want to fool them into thinking that it's not sugar-free because fun.
Pretty easy.
And I would rather it be gluten-free, but God, I could go for some wheat right now.
Yeah.
But my lungs are like, fuck no.
Yeah,
No.
I'm trying to stay away from it as well.
Okay, well, I can try to do gluten-free, sugar-free. I made that gluten-free, sugar-free banana bread, but we don't have any browned bananas.
Okay.
It's very exciting.
Yes, very exciting. Let's see. What else can we talk about?
There's nothing.
Is
to
there
talk
anything that you've heard? I mean, we can steal content from the murder podcast and
Jesus
talk
Christ.
about.
My life, driving home from work. every
Yeah,
day
if you guys are
is
into
murder
like
podcast.
murder and shit, if
My
you guys are in for
favorite
the
murder.
my favorite murderer, right?
No, my favorite murder.
My favorite murder. Okay, I thought it was
No,
murderer.
just murder.
That podcast is very interesting if you're
Stay
into
sexy,
that kind of
don't
shit.
get murdered. is
Stay
what they
sexy, don't
say.
get murdered.
Yeah. Hello.
Vladimir Sidoretsky.
Serdovetsky? Wow, we murdered that.
I don't give a fuck. Hello from Russia. Hey, you Russian bastard. Hello from the USA, you cunt. How you doing, brother? I feel like you might have been in my chat before. I'm not sure though. But welcome.
Hi.
Welcome. Got any questions for some good old Americans?
Yeah, ask us a good question.
I don't know if we're good
Ooh.
old Americans, but
Then why
I
are
called
you
him a cunt and he
here?
left.
He's right there.
Huh? Oh, I'm Russian spy. You work for Putin? Yeah.
Well, you're out now. We're gonna report you.
You are a Russian spy spying on a fucking tiny YouTube channel. Probably because you saw a girl in the thumbnail. What was that? Someone's gonna take that and like zoom in right when you say when you do that. So how's Russia, bruh? I was gonna talk about doing a Putin video as Putin. I only see two men. Thanks, buddy. You're a great person.
You should see my dick. Yeah.
What?
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 I was gonna say, whoever made, I think you know, that little snippet, I think specifically from the podcast with Stellar on it, was hilarious.
Oh, the Joe Mama clip?
Yes.
Yeah.
The little clips that are made of you crack me up.
My buddy Chris Costello made that.
It's so funny.
He's on the East Coast. Yeah. It's pretty
Make
awesome.
more. I love that. I don't know how you have the energy and time to do that, but he made it really fast.
He was like within like by the end of the podcast he had out.
Yeah.
I think it was some kind of meme generator app or something that he has.
Yeah, but you still have to. That's still
Still
talent.
gotta do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's really funny.
I'm getting all sniffly talking about allergies.
I get sniffly down here. It's probably this how much
Probably
dust is
down
in
here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty dusty
So
in here.
scary.
I should get a better. I don't know. That air purifier doesn't seem to be doing anything. No, that's the dehumidifier.
Oh,
The air purifier's over there.
it was like $5.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I want to get an actual air filter, like a filtration system.
Yeah, so you can put it up in your not window thing.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Thing or something.
I saw like a standing one
Yeah.
on the internet
Yeah.
for cheap. So that's another boring topic.
Well, speaking of only seeing two men, have you ever wanted to be a lady for a day?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Every guy.
Every guy.
Yes.
I've always wanted to be a guy for a day.
Yeah.
I think it'd be incredibly entertaining. Maybe no. Also specifically, I've always wanted to go into someone else's body and like feel their feels.
That's a bit
You
weird.
know what I mean?
A bit invasive, but yeah.
And very invasive. Like a goa'uld.
I go old.
No, not a goa'uld, because they're rude and they just take over.
They're assholes.
A shokra? No,
A shokra?
no, the
Folkra?
folkra. They
Okra?
play folk music. Okra.
They're the okra
The okra. No.
nation?
Shokra.
Is it shokra?
I'm gonna have to look up my Stargate stuff. I'm losing
Oh,
it.
fuck it. It doesn't matter. Nobody watches Stargate anyway.
Yes, I do.
I do. What were we
Watched
saying?
Every episode of all of it.
What were we saying?
So good.
Okay, cool.
Stargates.
Just went on Stargate rant. I was talking about Stargate last one.
Huh?
I was talking about Stargate last podcast.
Ooh, what did you say?
I just told people about it
It's good. Go watch.
because I was talking about Area 51 last podcast, and we were talking about how, I mean, Area 51 comes up in it, but like the whole mountain that they're inside of, SG1 base, is like
Cheyenne Mountain.
Mountain,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of like that. It's got that kind of vibe to it. It's like an Area 51 type of thing, but they go to Area 51 and they're like, hey, we need this thing from Area 51 because the government stole this alien artifact thing. We need it to save the world or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty much like every episode.
They're like, a ship fell in the ocean and Area 51 got it first. We gotta go get it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
Pretty much. Oh, those damn feds. Keeping us from saving the world.
We've been watching a lot of fun shows.
Been watching
Superstore.
Superstore. If you haven't seen Superstore, you can check it out.
It's very funny.
It's really funny. I heard someone describe it as silently revolutionary.
I think that might be their goal.
I think that's a crock of shit, if you ask me.
I
But
think there's like messages behind it, because that the main actress America
Ferrera.
Ferrera.
Yeah.
Ferrera. Oh.
Ferrera.
I thought it was
America
a B.
Ferrera.
Okay. She is very
Libby.
Libby.
She a libtard?
I don't know about that, but
Oh. Seems to be.
strong and wants everything to have.
She's like an
meaning, which I think is
activist or
good.
whatever.
I don't know if she's an activist.
Doesn't she go to like meetings and rallies and shit?
Sure, let's say yes. I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know that much about her.
Well, yeah, I mean, I love the show, but it does get a little bit. There are times when it's like, okay, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
It's like, are you trying to push
Well, they're trying to have
push
some,
unions and shit?
not necessarily pop culture, but current culture references.
Yeah.
Which a lot of shows are doing.
This new one, they were talking about, or they were doing like aliens, or not aliens.
Aliens.
Aliens in the brain, robots.
Oh, robots taking over.
Robots taking their jobs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they were talking about ice.
Ice.
And how ice bad.
Ice bad.
Ice bad.
Ice mean. Ice gross.
Ice. Fucking, we need to abolish ice because it creates less space in our sodas.
Mm-hmm.
We need, yeah, anyway.
There's a ghost pushing the door open.
No, it was the wind because you didn't close it.
It's a ghost.
It's kind of nice, though.
It
Nice
is.
to have a little breeze
A little breezy.
coming. Yeah. I think we're, I don't know. I think we're slowing down. I mean, well, let's see. Actually, you know what? I do have questions that I didn't even read.
Do you have a tissue?
No, I don't have a tissue.
Oh, you have questions?
Yeah. Ines from Kilmarnock, Scotland,
Ooh.
says, "Want to help me raid Belgium at 11:15 tomorrow?"
Is that Belgium or like Belgium in a game?
No, it's Belgium.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we can. I think we can work that out. We can raid Belgium tomorrow,
Let's do it.
11:15. I think he said that yesterday though, but so I must have. I probably
So it's
missed the raid.
already.
I missed the raid. Yeah. So sorry about that, man. I hope the raid went well.
Spirit.
Lil Gingy says, "Daddy," with like the emoji face.
You're a doggy daddy. He is the best doggy daddy. Did you tell them about Maddie?
I told him earlier what was going on and her symptoms and shit.
He has been so great because I've been having to work my booty off and not be home to pay for the sick dog. But he's been here taking care of her, doing a really good job, and dealing with me freaking out thinking she's dying. So.
Oh. Yeah. You know.
Good dog dying.
Guess you could say I'm the best doggy daddy in the world. My friend Taryn through space on Instagram. Are you from the mountain?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, buddy.
We're from two different mountains.
From the mountain.
Different mountains.
Yeah, you're from the other mountain that's not quite as cool as mine. Right?
Bitch, my mountain's awesome.
No, well, yeah.
Your mountain is like basically California.
Your mountain's pretty cool, but
My mountain's awesome.
yours is just as basically California as mine.
It's not, well, yeah, okay.
Where you were living, we're basically like the same distance. You're probably actually closer to California.
Yeah, we rode into California a lot on our four-wheelers.
Yeah, there you go.
Our
See?
three-wheelers.
We were pretty far away, so
It was fun.
you're a bit more California, which means you're not quite as cool. Sorry.
No, I don't think that's true. We climbed a lot of trees. Very good tree climber.
Mr. Steve Mers,
Mercy.
Bleeding Blue, which he's not in here right now, which I'm pretty disappointed.
How
He's
rude.
probably too busy taking care of his
it's
children.
probably your fault for having a life and changing up your podcast times every once in a while. Confusing people.
Got more viewers now than I have in a little while.
Giving you a hard time.
There he is. Hey, buddy. Fuck. My voice. Yeah, there he is, the guy who stalked me on Facebook and found me and added me. Best concert you've seen? I'll let you go first.
Okay, so It depends. It's not always because of the show or the music. Sometimes it's like the whole situation. I gotta say, my birthday show last week before last, we saw Ghost at
Yeah.
Moda. And I was fucking blown away.
Yeah.
The whole show. The show itself was so good. Also, being there with my brothers and you was so fun. And it was just, I was just like in love with the whole experience. And it was go watch. There's some videos of the show, which I don't think are nearly as good as, like, obviously being there.
Yeah.
And oh man, okay, you say your favorite, and then I think I've got another one too.
Well, Ghost was definitely a really good show, like production wise.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a show that I was like totally blown away by. And the first thing that comes up was a really small show, actually. It was well, big names, but a small venue. At the Satyricon in Portland, which isn't a venue anymore. Rest in peace. They actually wrecking balled it down several years ago. But it was one of the really awesome. I'll see you, Rachel.
Bye bye.
Satyricon was one of the really awesome metal venues in Portland. It was like the main one, basically, for a while. It was Decrepit Birth, the band, and they're like a really good in-your-face, like, technical death metal band, and these other bands I don't really fucking remember. That show was fucking awesome. Like, it was hard to explain without being there, but like with the lighting and how small the gig or how small the fucking venue was, it was like a spiritual experience seeing them. So if you haven't heard Decrepit Birth, go check them out. They're just, I don't know, they're a death metal band, but they're not like, it's hard to explain. They're more like, I don't know, you feel like you're on drugs when you listen to them. How about that? And the other best show that I've been to was Anal Cunt.
How long ago was that?
I was in Arizona then, so that was like 2012, 2011. I think it was 2012.
Jeez.
So, yeah, no, it's like been a while.
So long.
You're talking so quietly.
So quiet.
Yeah, we went to like a southern part of fucking of Phoenix, Arizona.
There was nothing there in the 70s.
Nothing there in the 70s, and well, like there was nothing there then though either. There was like nothing there at all. Just some warehouses.
It was just desert.
Next to the airport. And we show up to this fucking, like, this gig. It's like, it's not even like, it's nothing. It was like just a bunch of fucking crust punks just hanging out like in this gravel parking lot. And the gravel was like really deep. It was like just like super deep and loose gravel.
Oh, I hate that.
So like
I hadn't been
the
pressed
car had a hard time getting through the gravel of this parking lot. And we show up and park, and there's
Your car stinks.
the fucking warehouse. It's a warehouse, so like the door, they have a roll up door to, like, you know, a lot of old raves you've probably been to.
I was actually gonna bring up one
Yeah.
of those next. So
and we show up, and there's like they're serving they have a couple of kegs of PBR, and they're selling PBR illegally to minors.
Yeah.
In this fucking like $2 a piece or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tall boys or regulars?
Tall boys.
Ooh.
$2 tall boys. And it was so fun, man. Like there was like 6 bands that played, and the show was like $10.
Nice.
and this band Weekend Nachos, which is a pretty big band now, in that community, in the grindcore community, and then Anal Cunt played, and Seth, the singer, had his eyes closed the entire set.
He was asleep.
Because he was on heroin.
Oh.
And I came to realize that, well, that was like one of the last shows that they would ever play. Because 2 weeks later he died.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's
So
really
I saw
awful.
like one of the last Anal Cunt shows ever, which is a notch in my belt for sure. They were just, you could tell they were just so burnt out and like done with it. Because they'd been, touring and playing shows and shit for, I don't know, 30, 20, 25 years probably.
Oh my god.
Something like that.
And they end up in the butt-fuck nowhere in Phoenix?
The only kind of gigs that they would get probably.
Oh.
A band like that.
Mm.
At least a band with a name Anal Cunt. So, that was an amazing show just because of the band and the people I was with. I was with Chris and this other guy from Philly. I don't remember his name, but
Another guy.
another guy.
Gay.
What was your other awesome one? Morgan Page?
I'm all sad. Would you really read my mind? Okay. So,
In a
Warehouse
warehouse?
Rave, Morgan Page. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, actually.
I'm with you. I've heard all your
Well,
stories.
Yeah, okay. Fine. Morgan Page was really good. I've seen him a large amount of times. I think that may have been the second or third time I had seen him. It was a Warehouse Rave, and it was in December, and it was cold as fuck. Giddy. There was a couple rooms in the warehouse. There was actually some security at that Warehouse Rave. There had been a lot where there wasn't even really security. And, I mean, it was just completely empty warehouse. There wasn't really anything there. People were just, like, sitting against the walls. And back in those days, it would be hot enough in the warehouse, even with the doors open, because everyone's high, dancing, sweaty, whatnot. So we'd go to Goodwill, buy the cheapest coats we could find,
Yeah.
because you could never get your coat back. There's not a coat check at those things. And then take those off and leave them about, and, like, someone takes them, whatever, it was $2 at Goodwill or something.
Yeah.
And that's just what you did.
New
You
fashion
just
statement.
litter. Yeah. But I was in the front. If you look up that show, oh God, I don't remember. That might have been Naughty or Nice. It maybe. I don't remember. I'm in the front holding on to the stage for his entire show, and you can see lots of pictures of me with my red, white, and black dreads being like, ah! And he shook my hand.
Nice.
And I said, great show, and he smiled at me when he was walking off the stage.
Aw.
And,
Because you were cute.
that was a really good show. It was a very cold show, because then you don't have a sweater when you're going home, too. I don't know, 4 o'clock in the morning, those things went late.
Yeah.
And then people were like, after party, and I was like, I have to get up for work in 2 hours.
After party at 4 a.m.
I was completely sober for most of those, too. I think I was sober for that one as well.
Yeah.
I drove a lot, so I was the sober driver person. No, I was, because I was like, maybe I'll buy, like, a beer or something, and they totally had a little bar, but,
Yeah.
you know.
John Olaf Iverson Stenvik. Hello. Say hi to Morfar sitting beside me. Hi, Morfar.
Hi.
Am I saying that right? Is it another Russian?
Mordor?
What's going on? Mortar? Morfor?
More far. More for.
Mortar? Is he gonna like
Brick and mortar?
fucking, yeah, build a wall? Morfar? Morfar. I want you to be more far from me.
Stop sitting next to him.
Hello. What's going on in looks like Russia again? What's going on with the Russians? What time is it
John
in?
Olav Erfison Stenvik.
Uh,
I know I probably said that wrong, but that's an awesome name.
Russian.
It's great. I love it.
The most Russian
Most
thing I've ever seen.
Because Russians have a sense of humor.
Do they?
Do they? They have a sense of vodka?
Vodka.
Norway. Ooh.
Oh, in Norway. Okay. I know a lady from Norway. I gotta go back to work. See ya there, buddy.
Bye.
Fred. What is it?
Flinderson?
Fredrikstad or whatever it is in Norway. I hear that it's the Florida of Norway.
What?
Fredrikstad? I think it is. Fredrikstad?
Fredrikstad.
I think it's Fredrikstad.
Stad?
That is like, I've heard it's the Florida of Norway.
There's so many places.
There's a girl in a group chat that she's gay as fuck who's in a group chat with me that lives in Norway.
Awesome.
Yeah. She's pretty awesome. Her name's Hedda.
She brings up that she's gay as fuck a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She won't
That's
shut up about girls and stuff.
I'm gay.
I'm gay. He's
Good for
gay.
you. Thanks for
Hey, how you guys describe each other as a superhero?
Huh?
Per as. Hi.
What is that picture?
Hi, how would you... Looks like a squirrel with a captain's
I was gonna say,
uniform on.
I thought it was like a
That's awesome.
C-3PO or something.
Hi, how would you guys describe each other as a superhero?
Us as superheroes.
Yeah. How would you describe me as a superhero?
Oh my god, don't make me go first. I don't know.
I'm making you go first because I can't think of anything.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's
how you do it.
a question that I've never thought of.
I never thought of you as a superhero.
Super doggy dad and guinea pig dad, must say.
Super dad?
Super dad.
I got the body for it.
You do not have the body for it. Let's see. Some things I don't want to say.
Super D?
The vitamin D.
Wow.
You
Give
are
me
a
the
ray
vitamin.
of sunshine. Super sunshine. Yeah. Super dog dad. Ooh, super cook. Go watch his videos, guys.
Super cunt.
Also, if you go watch his videos, you should comment to save some for Amy when she gets home from work. For once. I'm not bitter.
Are you?
A little bit. You say you make all these wonderful things and then you do not recreate them, and I never get to try.
Snooze, you lose.
And you gotta kick your women out of the kitchen, so I'm not allowed to make.
You're not allowed to be in the kitchen, and half of our house is a kitchen, so how does that work? You stay outside.
Super mechanic?
No.
Yes.
No.
You're my super mechanic.
Sure, but I'm not very good at being a mechanic.
He's a breaker of things, but he also fixes things, and
I know a couple things.
he knows a few, and he's got some tools and stuff. It's nice.
I have a lot of tools.
He has a lot of tools. I used to always be the person in the relationship that had the tools.
That's sad because you have none.
I do.
Mm.
I have my red toolbox. Who uses my
You
hammer
have- okay.
and screwdrivers all the time and doesn't put them back?
Okay, nice song there, by the way.
Please.
Okay, let me tell you what's in your toolbox.
Let me tell you what's This is not a toolbox unboxing.
There's like,
Shh.
okay, there's like some paper clips in the bottom.
Oh,
There's
really?
like,
That's handy.
gosh, fuck. There's like one of those. There's like a, what is it? Like a lab coat kind of thing.
A smock.
It's like stuffed in there.
Smock.
A smock?
Smock.
What?
A smock.
Are you gonna give you a smock? There's a fucking. There's like a hammer.
I have multiple hammers.
Okay.
I like my
have
hammers.
multiple hammers.
Gotta have different sizes, different weights. Got a
Um,
wooden one and like metal and a plastic. One that's like partially like an IKEA one
so you have some safety glasses,
that I never use
so you've never used.
because I wear glasses.
And there's like I don't know, a pencil eraser.
Hmm?
And
There's a lot of screwdrivers.
some fucking sandpaper.
Oh yeah, no, I gave you all
It's like
that.
some really cheap
You love my
screwdrivers.
sandpaper. No, some of them are not.
And that's it.
No,
That's what you
there's
call
more in
tools.
there. Yeah. You know
Okay.
how handy that shit is?
Pretty handy, but
Pretty
not as handy
handy.
as like the thousands of dollars worth of tools I have.
Oh yeah, I use all the time. I wasn't saying you don't. I was saying you're a superhero with the tools.
All right.
There you go.
I'm a super tool for
All right,
sure.
let's get back to the question. How would you describe me as a superhero? I'm a super reader.
How would I describe you as a superhero?
I don't think he loves me, guys. I think we gotta break up now. I think you're fired.
You're putting words in my mouth. I can't. I can't confirm nor deny anything you're saying.
Rude.
Super. Fuck. I don't know.
Fuck.
Super. Fuck.
Come on, I just came up with good things.
You did.
You stumped him.
What
good
do
job.
you do?
What do I do?
Besides work?
There's so many things. I mean, right now I do a lot of work.
Super brings home the bacon? Super pays bills on time?
Sometimes.
Super
Think outside work. There's so many things I do.
super drawer. You're really good at art.
Art. That is the thing.
Super
Art.
photographer.
Thank you.
Okay.
I haven't picked up my camera in a while.
Okay. I think we're done with that one.
Fucking, that was terrible.
Yeah, that was really bad.
That just makes me disappointed. I'm gonna have to make up for that later.
Oh, stop. I think we're good there. Just about to wrap up. But I
Thanks.
thought I had
You're welcome.
something. Thought I had something that I could say or do. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right, well. Oh, we're, how far are we in here? Well, we've gone a bit over.
Oh, whoops.
Huh?
Whoops.
Anything else to say? I think that seals it. All right.
I'm a lady.
All right, well, I don't really... Because I kind of wanted to put a tail on these things, but I haven't made an outro
A tail?
panel.
Oh.
Because you know how it usually, like, cuts off at the end?
You need a tagline at the end.
A tagline?
Oh, yeah, and a tail. That too, yeah.
A tail, yeah. I think what I need to do is shut it off on the OBS side. I think I did that last time and it worked out. I shut it off on the OBS side and
Have your little music thing and
let it go out. But, I think I'll just, shut it
we
off.
could just sing here and sing a song together. Let's
Just
sing
sit
a
here.
song.
No.
No? I want to sing a song.
Sing a song.
No, with you.
Nope.
Oh,
All right, I think we're done. I think we're done with this.
okay.
Yep. I think this is we've overstayed our welcome. I don't think it was the best podcast ever, but it was definitely not my worst. So, any
Good job.
last remarks?
I have to pee.
Okay,
Okay.
gotta pee. All right,
Gotta pee. See you later, bitches.
I'll be back on the video grind pretty soon.
Thanks for the good questions.
Yeah, we're at 1,950 some subscribers.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Wait, what?
You live in a house. Person who lives in a box and watches
Just
memes.
You live in a house.
Wait. Okay, Jesus.
All right, we live in a house.
Oh, you should move into a box. It is awesome. Free cardboard so you never get hungry. And you get to live wherever you want.
Good point.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And apparently, inside of a box, you can get an internet connection.
Well, if you can live anywhere, you can definitely get internet connection.
Well, you can, yeah, that's a good point. You could, like, run an Ethernet cable. You can also just have a phone. All right, well, we'll consider that a person who lives in a box and watches memes. Yeah, we'll consider moving into a box. We live in I'm in a kind of a cave right now, so. I found a hot spot in the trash. Why did YouTube block that?
Because it says trash?
It says trash. Wow.
Trash is offensive.
Well, you can call someone trash. Like me, I'm trash.
Trashy.
All right, well, that's it. That's it for me.
Okay.
Um,
Goodbye.
have a great fucking day. Get your bitches out of the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you in the next video / podcast. All right. Au revoir. Au
I
revoir.
was just going to say that.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. All right. See you later, cunts.